G'day everybody, Wong here. Today's video is going to be about the FAL. Now, I've been meaning to do a video on the FAL for a super duper long time. It has been on the list. It's actually been made before, and I'm redoing it again because I just had made it so long ago and the video was just so outdated. Not that the stats were wrong back then or anything like that, it's just I felt like making another video on it. I watched my old one and it was very different layout to how I now do my videos. So anyways, on to the FAL. So first I'm going to have a stats section talking about its bullets to kill, time to kill, and any outlier stats. Then I'm going to compare the FAL to a lot of other guns in its class and try to show you guys where I think it stands in the game. Spoiler alert, it's very high up, if not the best. And I'm also going to then show you guys some builds. And surprisingly enough for this one, I have an extra build that actually a viewer recommended me. And last second I gave it a really good go and I used it for a while now. And I found his build to be really freaking good. It was only good in very particular circumstances, but in those circumstances, it was amazing. I loved it. I actually used it whilst rendering a YouTube video, just off camera. I was rendering a YouTube video, so my game runs like absolute crap, and I used his build, and it was awesome. I still did really good. I got 100+ kills, even whilst rendering a video, which is pretty good for my standards. Whilst rendering a video, that's pretty fantastic. So yeah, anyways, moving on to the stats. Alrighty, so the stats for the FAL. Right now I'm going to first introduce you to the fact that it has 40 damage, making it a 3-shot kill against no armor and light armor, but it also has a fire rate of 650, making the time to kill 184 milliseconds. Now, spoiler alert, this will come up in the standing section, I will be talking about this. The UMP currently now matches this time to kill, but this gun is better against the heavier armors. It takes less bullets to kill against the heavier armors, which in my opinion does matter, and this gun has really long damage drop off. I don't show the damage drop off here, but it's I would say roughly 100, maybe 150 meters. I can't remember off the top of my head, but honestly, it's just long range. It's not too short at all. It's pretty good. Normal assault rifle sort of range. Now, the other things to notice about this gun is that the horizontal recoil is pretty high. 2.2 on a 650 fire rate is actually pretty bad. That you definitely will be feeling that, and you'll see that in the builds. I actually run the flash hider on this gun, which I normally do not do. Vertical recoil of 1.5, which isn't too bad, but it's like on a 650, it is pretty kind of annoying, you know what I mean? It is actually quite annoying. So this gun's recoil is really heavy, which will actually turn your range down a little bit, but honestly, considering the damage drop off and the high damage itself, you can still get really good range kills with this gun. Now, the reload time of 3.37 seconds actually isn't too bad. You actually do not notice it too much. You'll see in the live commentary I die a couple times to the reload speed, but honestly, it isn't that bad. Me dying to it was because of me, not because of the gun. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of other stats to talk about. Aim down time's okay, it's not too great. You know, good all around stats, nothing's too random. High recoil, high damage, that's pretty much all you really need to know. Oh, and a quick thing, its magazine size is pretty small. That's another thing I forgot to mention. But anyways, moving on to the standings. So, I know there's a lot more guns than usual, but I really do believe these all should be compared. Now, I'm actually going to go bottom to top right here. AK-15 and Scar H. Both have a 3-shot kill, just like the FAL, but both of them have around a 500 to 550 fire rate, meaning that it kills much slower than the FAL. These guns are still fantastic, and I'm sure a lot of you would consider the AK-15 and Scar H high-tier guns, and I honestly would too. They're very good, but the FAL is that much better than them, and that's how you know the FAL's really good. It's all of these guns are in between the FAL and those guns. That's how you know the FAL is pretty good. AK-15 and the Groza, before the HK-419 and the UMP got buffed, these are the closest guns to the FAL, and I would consider the AK-5C to be really close, but these guns still fell short just due to the, first of all, slower fire on the AK-5C, but also the lower damage, meaning that they don't do as well against armor. The FAL was very comparable. It was slightly faster DPS than the AK-5C and the Groza, but with a bit more recoil. A lot of people, though, including me, found that the increased DPS and the increased range and things actually meant quite a lot and made the FAL better than those guns by a good margin. Now, though, we have the HK-419 and the UMP. HK-419 can be better than the FAL, but you require headshots. The problem being, your run speed with the HK-419 isn't that good, and the reload speed is pretty bad. So I actually would consider this, I don't know, I would consider it worse than the FAL, but I do believe the HK-419 does have a higher potential. But I personally am not good enough to reach this potential, so I cannot put it above the FAL. You know, I can't be truthful if I was doing that. I do believe in theory it could be better, because if you get a headshot with the HK, it becomes a 3-shot kill like the FAL, but at the same time, time you can get a headshot with the FAL, so I don't know, it's too tough to put it above the FAL. I'm going to put it below. Now we also have the UMP 45. This gun is insane. Same DPS as the FAL, but instead of having the downside of recoil, it has the downside of not much damage drop off. This is almost like if a new player wanted to get a taste of what the FAL was like, they could use the UMP. Granted, it's not as good against armor, but I think you'll find that in a lot of close range gunfights, it doesn't matter as much as you'd think. I think that the UMP is really, really good. I am almost venturing on too good, but in my personal opinion, as I said in my other video, I just don't think it has the damage drop off that the FAL has. And for me, that actually means that it's only as good on like frontline or domination, whereas the FAL can even shred in conquest, in my opinion. Now, here's another thing. I really want to mention this because I know that my YouTube channel has sort of been diving into a bit more meta-y sort of stuff, but I just want to clarify here. I think the FAL is much better than the Scar H and the AK-15, but I think the vast majority of the player base will not feel it too much. The Scar H, if I'm really cracked, can be super duper good. The FAL, if I'm really cracked, is super duper, like add an extra duper, you know what I mean? Like it's a bit better, but in reality you can still shred with the Scar. I just want to say that all of these guns are fantastic weapons, so none of these are bad. Do not consider any of these guns bad. The FAL, in my opinion, just if you're a very high skilled player, the shortcomings in the FAL are made up for, whereas the shortcomings of the other guns literally cannot be made up for. They just are made up for with headshots, but even then, just use headshots with the FAL and it's still better. Anyways, that's enough about the standings. Moving on to the builds I would try. The first build I'm going to be going over is one that a viewer actually recommended to me on my last stream on Saturday, and I didn't have the attachments for it because I prestiged before the kills thing happened with guns, so my FAL had no attachments at the time. But after the stream, when I had the attachments, I ran this off camera a lot just to get like a full opinion on it. And honestly, first of all, here it is, BCM Gunfighter, Short A, and Long Barrel, and the benefits of it are pretty much Long Barrel for very consistent DPS, but worse vertical recoil. BCM Gunfighter to help with the horizontal, because the horizontal does matter a lot more than the vertical in my opinion, and also the viewer's opinion. The Short A mag to give you a bit of running speed and a little bit of like aim speed and things like that, and make you reload slightly faster. And a red dot is what I ran. Now that is all I took from the build they suggested. They might have suggested other things like playing assault and all that. I ended up just playing assault anyways. And this gun was, first thing I'm going to say, not that good on conquest. Really good on frontline and domination. I absolutely shredded with this thing. That's the kit I was talking about where I played it. Even though I was rendering a video, I used this. It was fantastic. It was just, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a bunch. I ended up running Ranger Armor instead. I know that sounds ridiculous because why would you bring the short mag at that point? The short mag helped bring up the speed gap so I could run the Ranger Armor and have all the extra mags without having a speed debuff. It was actually just a really good build. The DPS was really consistent. The recoil was too much for conquest, but for frontline, those close range engagements, it was totally fine. This definitely took a few matches to try and get good at, but the viewer was correct. This is a fantastic build. I enjoyed this a lot. So all the notes I can give for this one is just play frontline, play domination, use it a lot because you're going to need to get good at the recoil. But when you can, it's really just get a kill, fast reload, don't even pick up the mag, just drop that crap on the floor and just keep rolling. And that's what I did, and it was awesome. Now the second build, which is one that I'd recommend for conquest and for newer players, is this build. This is no mag, flash hider, and SE5 grip. The flash hider helps your horizontal recoil. The SE5 gives you a mix of vertical and horizontal. I actually could switch this for the vertical grip. I normally do, in fact, but in the live commentary I decided to come back and edit this photo and change it to the vertical grip because I actually found it to be really fantastic. So yeah, flash hider for horizontal, SE5 to bring down the vertical a little bit and also the horizontal even more, and no mag because I don't want to muck with the recoil, and the red dot. I found a really good time using this on conquest. It honestly just felt like the AK-15 but better. It was very similar. I think that the headshots of the thing were a little bit harder. Not the first shot headshot, but consistent headshots was a little more difficult. But I found my time to kill was generally just really fast and really good. With this build, you can definitely do some burst fires at range and actually get some really good kills, or even start tapping people who are half behind cover, and you're totally fine. This gun is honestly just a beast. The FAL is just amazing. This is a build that I recommend if you just want to have the FAL, but better, pretty much. The FAL, but just easy to control the recoil. A lot of players will probably enjoy this build. Now, the build that I actually personally used the most before trying the viewer build was the Erk Grip Flash Hider. Here I've got no mag, but actually I ended up running the short mag as well as the quick mag a couple times, but I would recommend the short mag or none on this, and the red dot. Now this is honestly just speccing into that reload speed. This is more for frontline as well, but if you're trying to do that viewer build that I recommended and you're not having a good time, you absolutely can't do it, try this instead and you'll have a great time. I do highly recommend sticking with the viewer build and really trying to give it a go though. But this is what I used for general high KPM gameplay on frontline and domination. This is what I used, but on Conquest this was a little bit harder to wrangle, but I'm sure you could still make this work on Conquest. I personally just found it a little too hard for me to want to do it consistently. But yeah, this is a good high KPM build. And the general notes I can give for the FAL in general, I'll do it for the build first. For this build, general notes is fast reload as much as you can. Do not stress too hard about recoil as much as the viewer kit, but you also do want to try and get some headshots with this thing. Anyways, moving on to the general playstyle notes of this gun. So, general playstyle note I can give is that your range generally will require burst fires and taps. Now granted, with a lot of other guns that means, oh well, my time to kill would be crap, and you don't end up wanting to do it on a lot of guns. On this gun, your time to kill stays incredibly fast, so do not be afraid to tap fire and burst fire, because your time to kill will not be that much lower. It'd actually be totally fine. So this is one of the few guns I would recommend tap firing, and a lot of guns I say, play within the range you can full auto. This gun I actually disagree. I actually think you can tap fire and it's still totally fine. Anyways, moving on from that was a bit of a ramble. Any other playstyle notes I can give? Your mags run out really fast, so do be ready to start fast reloading a lot. I also recommend do not be scared about dropping your mags on the floor a bunch. I think that's totally fine, and I ended up doing that a fair bit. I recommend, honestly, it's just so versatile, it's hard for me to give it a downside. I'd say the only thing really you're worrying about is the 20 rounder, but honestly at that point, just fast reloading will fix it. I don't have a whole bunch of notes to give. Just imagine the notes I gave the AK-15, just better, really. Not saying there's better in every single way to the AK-15. For instance, there might be a little bit of medium range with this gun, because I can't full auto and have to tap fire, but the AK-15 I can. Perhaps there's a small bit of range with the AK-15 does indeed kill faster, but I wouldn't say the difference is high enough for me to say watch out for range with this gun. I actually would say go for it. Yeah, anyways, those are the notes I would give for this gun. I just reckon go in, have a go, use it. Frontline's good, flanking's good, everything's good. This gun is just fantastic. So anyways, moving on to the live commentary. Alrighty, let's do this. Running the FAL. I've been a really big fan of this gun. I now have around 2,100 kills on this gun, so this is probably one of my most used guns now, which is really cool. Let's keep it moving. So I haven't recorded the rest of the video yet. I'm doing this before everything else, like I have been doing sometimes, but right now I'm running the flash hider and the tactical barrel just for a bit of range and also usability. I'm feeling like a bit of a chill game, not like a ultra mega sweat one, just because I've been playing really high KPM the past few games, just because I want to make a video on high KPM. So I've been trying my hardest to get some good high kill games, you know, some actual like kind of competitive KDs and things like that. And honestly, I think I've done a pretty good job, but now it's just time to send it and do some normal stuff again. And for that, I'm not equipping a crazy big setup. I thought I got hit, but I can't heal myself. That's very interesting. Also I'm running a light vest because of I was on a different server where the light vest has more ammo, so that's my bad. Let me switch over to the Ranger after this. That's both of those guys down.
Fucking shit.
Damn bad luck. Well, let's move over here. Getting shot at by snipers out on the islands and things. They should have said that I was nearby. They just said medic and then they end up getting their teammate killed. Alright, I'm going to go Ranger for more mags, because this gun's fire rate is pretty quick and the mags are pretty small. So that's what I'm doing. When I say that the fire rate is quick, I just mean it's fast enough for the mag size for it to feel like it goes around really fast. I'm going to sit on the F8 seat, no particular reason, just going to do that. Boom, and I'm just going to chill like this and wait for him to drop the rope, and then I'm going to hop down. Is that a lav? Could be a lav. I'm not going to ask for the rope drop just yet, because I think he'll drop it in a moment. That's low enough for me, right? No, wow, that's not low enough for me. My bad. It's very frustrating. I should be asking for the rope, but I feel like I don't want to be that annoying person who's like, drop the rope, drop the rope. You know what I mean? He hopped out. Alright, we're chilling. So he was just diving on lavs, which in my opinion, is a bit of a waste. You could definitely get somebody else to do that, but honestly, he's probably just chilling. He's probably not worried about wasting, which is totally fine. I don't think it's really that big a deal. I think that helicopter is a lot less important for your team than the Black Hawk is generally in OCE. The Black Hawk's actually really, really good. Let me head this way. I'm going to go over to E. And you know what? Let's just enjoy the new map. Let's enjoy the color palette. I really like the pinkish sand, or it's like the default Russian camo. And then the blue sky. It just all looks really, really nice, honestly. Yeah, let's go over to this objective. Looks really cool. Got the solar panels in a big circle like that. It looks pretty sick. I don't know why they do that, because I know there's real life things that are like that, but I'm not too sure why you. I don't know the science behind it and why you'd put them like that, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Alrighty. See how fast this gun just cleans up? Especially the setup I'm running, the recoil isn't too bad. I'm running as I said, the flash hider and the vertical grip. The reason I'm running it is because this gun's horizontal recoil is pretty bad. If I go to default, I've already showed this off, but it's 2.2. So I chuck on the flash hider, that lowers it to a nice respectable 1.7, which is a lot better. But now the vertical is really high, and I do that to lower the vertical. Boom. I didn't know the vertical grip makes your horizontal slightly worse. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll switch to the SE5 and see how that goes instead. That's very interesting. I just did not know that the vertical grip made your horizontal worse. I don't know how that's escaped me. I probably have noticed it before, but I just did not remember it that way. I've remembered it very differently. I think I'm thinking of the tactical barrel is what I might be thinking of. But yeah, there you go. Let me run up here and double check my back. That's why I double check, because I saw enemies near this rock. So there we go. Got a lucky there that guy was tagged up. Let's have a look off the side here. I slow down there for a bit of a burst fire sort of deal. Try and get kills outside of my range. Let's go like this. I've just died here due to bleeding, I would say. And I didn't even get that kill. That's a big shame. Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for those guys. I honestly was afraid that I was going to die there, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just C4 and try to live. But that was pretty funny, honestly. I think that right there I was just getting killed by the fact that my mags are really, really small and I don't have reload attachments currently. Now, granted, on this gun, I actually run... There's a couple of setups I run. If I'm running Frontline, I run a very different setup to when I run Conquest. This build I'm doing now is just like a pure recoil thing. And now I'm trying... I generally run vertical grip, but I'm just trying the SC5 now that I have realized that the vertical makes your horizontal slightly worse, because that's actually very interesting. I did not know that. So now I'm just trying it out to see how the SC5 feels, and I'm not going to lie, it feels really, really good right now. I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm doing this. I think this should catch the enemies off guard. I think they just lost where I am. All those enemies were following me, and now they don't quite know exactly where I am. There was an enemy down here. I don't know where they've gone. This is where they've gone. Switching to Glock here because I think I'm out of mags. Dang, that's a shame. Not out of mags, but my mag was empty is what I meant to say. Yeah, but yeah, also another thing is, love this skin on it, and I love this skin. It looks really cool. I don't like the wrapping stuff around it. I actually am not a big fan of that. But yeah, I really like this green skin, and I don't mind this one either, or I also don't mind this sandstony tan one. This looks kind of cool. I might run that for a bit. I don't really want to be on this island because there's no good ways of getting out of it, so I'm going to spawn here near D instead. Generally, I like spawning on the squad. Depends where they are, really, but generally I like spawning on a squad more than an objective. Damn, that was a shame. I honestly just miscalculated my reload time there. But let me really quickly double check this. Yeah, cool, yeah, thought so. I don't want to run that. The Erg Grip I do run on a high KPM build, as I probably have showed earlier in the video. That's what I do. But for this, I'm just running the SE5 grip. I think actually I'm predicting this. I have a few builds that I run, and I'm predicting, because I haven't made the rest of the video yet, but there are actually 3 builds I run. When normally with guns I generally only run a few different builds, but 3 is pretty weird considering it's 3 with all like sort of different attachments. But yeah, anyways, let me do this. Let me jump up top here. Let me have a look here. I generally don't run the FAL on anything but assault, just because I really like making the reload speed a bit faster, and the aim down sight speed being quicker is nice too. Let's just keep cleaning up enemies here. Sorry, I'm not actually doing much looking at the map here. Looking at the map is really, really good.
My God.
I'm not doing much of it here. Oh, it's Zebos. Or Zebos. I don't know how to pronounce that. But I think it's Zebos. Let's have a look here. Just doing this, even though this is really long range, the gun kills so fast that I'm not too stressed. Just like that, as you guys saw, that killed really quick. Thought that was a teammate, that's why I didn't shoot very quickly. Yeah, I know, dying to this gun feels like that. It kills that quickly. But, yeah, sorry I'm not looking at the map much here. Honestly, I'm just sort of... This is what I normally do. I only really check the map when there's no enemies around. But if I'm on a high up location, like on top of that rock like I was, I can look all the way around, and if there's an enemy, I have a gunfight, so I don't have to check the map. And I just kept running into enemies, so I wouldn't check the map. I generally check the map, as I said just 2 seconds ago, but yeah, I only check the map really when I don't know where to find the enemies. But if they keep appearing, I'll keep killing them without checking the map. There's a proning here, which is interesting. I think it's just for heals. I don't think they're actually getting attacked. Let's have a look. Oh, I hear that. That's a Mark 20 if I remember correctly. Damn, good shot from Sanchez there. He definitely got a headshot on me, I would say. Fun fact, the AK-74, if you have the heavy barrel and you get a headshot, or the long barrel and you get a headshot, you then... What do you say? You then kill faster than the FAL does, but the FAL you only need to hit body shots, so it's totally fine. Another thing is headshots with the FAL are really, really good. Just like the AK-15, with the AK-15 video I talked about how you can feel like you die instantly to it if it gets a headshot on you and then a body shot. Same story with the FAL, but you shoot faster, so this gun really is just a higher skill version of the AK-15 and the SCAR. And that's totally fine in my opinion. It's cool to have a gun like that. This gun definitely just shreds so bloody much. But let's have a look around here. I really like this, even though that's like bugged. I really, really like the whole circle of solar panels. I think it's really, really cool looking. I enjoy it a lot. And I really... Ooh, let me wait here, see if he re-peeks me. I doubt he will. That's a shame. My teammate's trying to troll me by smoking me, but I just don't even care, so it's fine. Another thing is, if you're standing in the middle of a smoke, you generally can actually see out of the smoke, which I don't know if that's like a bug or not, but it's a little bit frustrating versus someone who's inside a smoke, because it's harder to see them, but they can see you. I personally don't use this tactic consciously. I just sort of accidentally will be in a smoke and then I will pay attention. Thought there was an enemy behind me, it was a teammate. Spotting the heli for the Black Hawk flyers, if they're on our team, if we have a Black Hawk flyer. I'm not too sure, but it'd be good for them to know where the little bird is. Okay, I hear a SVD shooting in front of me, very close, and I check the map there, and I don't see any teammates, so I know that whoever's shooting that SVD is an enemy. Here he is. This is the enemy. This is the guy I was talking about. When I hit the map, I could see that there was nobody in front of me, so I knew it was him. So anyways, let's kill him. Let's do that. I'm going to back up here because I'm getting shot at from the right, so I'm putting the hill in between me and my right. And I'm actually going to take this fight on front without any cover because my gun's time to kill is so fast. Okay, now my teammates are moving up. I'm going to ignore it, and I'm going to start checking my right again. Right there, I do some more burst fires just because I don't think I can full order them. If they weren't sort of running towards that truck, I think it'd be okay. Uh-oh. Let's move this way and head towards E. E's being capped by the enemies. That means there's people there. You can tell it's being capped because it's flashing, and also the bar around it is going down in progress. Which is interesting. Humvee taking 3 heat RPGs is epic. I didn't know they took 3. That's very interesting. I would also agree with Kat. That seems new. See, right there when you're versus someone on the truck, just take your time and line up the headshot. Do not wait. Especially when you have tons of teammates around me like that. I have time because he's not shooting at me. But I see a lot of people just start shooting at the truck and shooting in the window. Don't do that. Some of them, if it's an automatic like crow's nest gun... Oh, I don't know what you call it. It might not be called crow's nest, but it's like a gun on the top that's like digital. The enemy doesn't have to be inside the gun, of course, so you aim at the window of the car. Sorry, it's hard to explain. Let me, I'm going to spawn in here, show you what I mean, and then hop out. Then I'll respawn. So let's hop in here real quick. So, I'm recon for some reason. So as you guys can see, the gun on top of this, the enemy has to be actually sitting inside of it. That's when you don't aim at the windows, don't aim for his legs in the windows, aim for the head at the top. It's really, really hard, I've found, to actually get a shot on the guy when he's standing in the turret. But there's other types of turrets that are a little different, which I don't think we have right now. But it looks like the turret on top of the attack boat. It's hard to explain. Also, it looks like the turret on top of the tank. But you can have that on a Humvee. That's when you aim in the window. Let's respawn as Assault and let's do this. Is that a new thing? I always feel so weak when I use them. No passenger protection. Cat is a legend, by the way, guys. Cat is pretty cool. They're very, very good at vehicle play in this. And they roll in a Little Bird, not a Little Bird crew, sorry, crew. I mean a Black Hawk crew that is pretty infamous in the AU community. A lot of tanks be dying to it a lot. My friend Josh hopped on and he's always plays tanks, and he had a really tough time because he kept getting destroyed by Cat and the crew. So yeah, they do a really, really good job at clearing out tanks, and they definitely make me want to play vehicles a lot more because they have definitely changed my opinion on the vehicle balance. But anyways, yeah, they say that there's no passenger protection in the Humvees, and I totally agree. As a transport vehicle, it feels a little bit weak because you just will die a lot. I think if the windows weren't shoot throughable, it'd be a lot better. But at the same time, then the gunner wouldn't be killable, which would not be good. Maybe if they did BF4 style, BF4 had a thing where with the cars, you had to RPG the back of the car off, and the back of the car would actually fall off, and then you could shoot everyone inside. And I thought that was really good because it meant the transport vehicles had a bit of a skill play where they have to try and make their front face the enemies at all times, which is really good. Whereas right now, you want the back to face the enemies so they don't shoot through the windshield. I'm going to do that burst firing right there. As you can see, I can actually get a lot of range out of this gun because it's only a 3-shot kill. So burst firing is totally fine. Let's move over here. This is a bad play, but honestly, I'm just going to take the risk because I don't think the enemies we're versing are good enough to take me out. So I'm going to just do this and live. That lav is definitely screwing me up. Yeah, well done to the lav. Let's see, is he sitting outside of... I don't think he's sitting in uncapped, so it's fine. Let's have a look here. I'm actually going to spawn into Black Hawk for a little bit and see what's going on. Let's see who our pilot is. Slaz, our cat's here, nice. What's going on? Just going to say hi. These are the people I was talking about. They're hella good. I'm just going to wait for Slaz to drop me off somewhere. I'm going to wait for him to do it because I don't want to ask because it's kind of backseaty. But Slaz is a really good pilot. He'll definitely get us into a good spot to drop us off. I'm going to drop here in C4. Oh, I dropped too early. I'm so silly. Let me respawn. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. That was probably really anticlimactic gameplay, me rappelling down. And then my brain is stupid and I just didn't stop holding W. And I fell off because I'm an idiot. I was too excited to get the C4 on it. I couldn't tell if that guy was dead or alive because he wasn't moving at all despite being shot at by my teammate. Let's move up here. Right there I went for a drop shot just purely because the cover there was only prone height and I wanted to take cover. Let me do this. Interesting. See, right here you can honestly just tap fire instead of full autoing like I did and you would do a lot better. Definitely tap fire as much as you can at long range. Because the damage is so high on this thing, it's actually works pretty good as a semi-DMR. A teammate's trying to troll me here by smoking me, or maybe perhaps they're sort of trolling me, I don't know. Pickaxe chat, it's kind of hard to tell. I think he's actually trying to protect me, but it's kind of tough to tell. I don't know if he knows about the thing, where if you're inside a smoke, it's actually very beneficial. Because if they knew that, it wouldn't be a troll, but I don't know if they know. Pickaxe chat is a pretty good bloke. They said my aim was bad one time, which made me feel really bad, but it was literally... This is what happened, right? They were jumping around, which is a good play, and it's hard to hit shots on them. And what I did was I shot a couple of shots. I went like this. I went... Shot. And then I waited for him to stop moving. And then when he stopped moving, I killed him. And he said, wow, you missed so many shots. But I think he was confusing him being alive for so long with me missing shots. When in reality, he was alive because I just stopped shooting because I knew I wouldn't be able to hit. Which, you know, effectively could mean that my aim is bad, I guess, but it's also tough with the... I was using the HK419, which if you guys have used that before, it has a pretty mad amount of recoil, so... But anyways, apart from that, Pickaxe Chat is a pretty good bloke, and they just get a bunch of kills with the pickaxe. So the smoking could be for that, but they were smoking me and not the enemy, which made me think that perhaps they were trying to troll me, but I'm not too sure. People try to do that with flashbangs to me, and I literally just... good tip, if you are clued onto flashbangs being a thing, you just look down and you don't get flashed. Oh, that's a shame. I thought my reload would be done, but I completely overestimated it. The gun's reload isn't slow per se, I just completely overestimated how fast it was. I don't think a lot of guns would have had a reload speed that fast, to be honest. But, yeah, no, anyways, let's move on back to E and let's see what happens. Oh, Forge is here. Hell yeah, Forge has given me and Worm a really good idea. I don't know if we're officially announcing it yet, but I think it's totally fine to say it right now in the video, because we definitely want people to start getting clued in. But me and Gamerworm, the streamer, we're working on a server which is 4v4 only. It's going to be competitive play, and there's going to be money prize pools, and it's also going to be free entry. You don't have to pay to enter. You don't even have to be good to enter. You can be anybody. We honestly just want people to have an environment where they can really test out their skills and just have a good time, because honestly, we've got a lot of players on OCE who are really, really good at farming people on BBOCE, and we thought, hey, oh, thank you very much. You'll be in the FAL video. That's the one I'm doing right now. You'll be in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for Sheezy. I'm doing a live commentary right now. Anyways, man.
It works really well, I gotta say. You killed me real quick.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? It's freaking crazy fast. But anyways, man, I'll catch you later, dude.
Better than the UMP.
Oh, well, I'll answer that real quick. So, it's got more recoil, but it's better against armor. I personally think the UMP, it's a lot easier to get the value out of it. So, for a lot of players, the UMP is better. But for people who are cracked at recoil, the FAL will still be better, I reckon. But anyways, man, thanks for the chat.
Okay, is it like a 3-hit?
Yeah, the same 3-hit. See ya. What a legend. So I want to keep chatting with him. I just feel bad because I want to also like get you guys gameplay, you know. So but no, yeah, Cheems, what a ledge. Thank you for saying hi, man. I'm a really big fan of that. A lot of people say hi in game, and honestly, it's not annoying in any way. I love people saying hi. It's really, really good fun. But anyways, yeah, we're back here. I wonder if you're still here. I'll either get killed by him or kill him if you're still here. Probably not. I guess they're not here. But I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, we're doing a 4v4 competitive server, and we're going to be tweaking the rule set until we get it to be really, really nice and competitive, and most of all, honestly, fun for people who are wanting to get involved. Just because we have a lot of players in OCE who I think have really, really good potential in 1v1 fights, but they don't want to pick just the meta guns and rush constantly, which I totally understand. That the gameplay of high KPM in this is a bit no-brainy in some areas. No shade to the good players, of course. They're still cracked as hell, but it is a lot more no-brainy than playing it a little more slow and going for KD as opposed to KPM. But honestly, though, this server we're making, I really want it to be a place where people who are KD players and they want to test their skills against the KPM players can have an opportunity to do that. And yeah, anyways, we're just going to be doing that, running tournaments, because I think that for the OCE community, it can be really big having some of the big people in there. I even just want to see people like, I know Slaz and Cat and Pinor and YG and all that, the Black Hawk crew, I know they generally play vehicle play. I would honestly really love to see them make a team, hop on against maybe Drill Sergeant's team and see how they go in an infantry gunfight, because I don't want this to just be, oh, you know, the YouTubers and stuff. I want this to be everybody, you know, like all the people who just want to play, and I want a bunch of skill brackets. I think it'd be really, really fun if maybe, you know, once every couple of weeks we'll host a thing, not a money thing, but just a bit of a, you know, a bit of a lobby thing where we can all make our own teams and have a bit of fun and just have a laugh and have a good time and talk in a Discord, maybe stream as well. And then maybe once a month we'll do a tournament with like money prizes so we can get all the big YouTubers in and have a time where you guys can talk to your favorite YouTubers. Maybe you like watching Snoozin', maybe you watch Robocat, maybe you watch, like, I don't know, we haven't got Robocat in just yet or anything like that, but I'm sure a lot of players will want to hop in if there's money prizes. And I have talked with, I can't say who, but I've talked with 2 content creators who are going to get involved, which would be awesome. I don't want to like say their names just in case they, you know, have to dip out for whatever reason. But yeah, anyways, no, I think it could be really, really fun doing a thing, and I think it'd be good for OCE, and I would like to get people from other regions too and just have a good time. Anyways, that's enough talking about that, because, you know, it might still be a while before it happens. It could happen really fast. It really just depends on how fast we get it set up. But we are trying to go as fast as we can here. That was a good bolt action shot from Legal there. Dang, I really wanted to kill the medic player, but I couldn't quite see them close enough. Got 86 kills, and we got a bit of time left. I might be able to drop 100 on this. I think could definitely happen. I think, well, how long? 400 tickets. I think we could do it. I think we could defo do it. I'm going to fast reload and not pick up my mag here, because I'm going to play a little bit faster than normal to try and get as many kills as I can. Thought I killed him, so I stopped shooting. That's my bad. Yeah, I'll revive him. Oh, never mind. He's given up. That was my bad. I should have switched to the FAL and reloaded. I don't even know what I was thinking there. Honestly, that was a bit silly. I'm sure even you guys could just tell right away that, like, why would you not just reload the FAL? The reload speed isn't even that bad. It's not like the fastest, but it's just not bad. Like, holy moly. That was a good kill from the person next to me there using the RPG. I want to get on top of this rock with my squad leader, so I'm going to spawn on him instead. And I want to fight those enemies shooting at him.
I'm trying.
We'll hit the deck here.
Oh, mate. Oh, no!
That was a good kill, yeah. That was a really, really good kill there. That guy definitely could tell what I was doing, and he was very switched on. Very well done. Ooh, I want to spawn here. That'd be fantastic. Oh, yes, I got in. Let's go around the side here. I want to jump up here, but I can't, sadly. Oh no, I missed my first shots. Damn, really well played there, honestly. That was a really good pre-aim from that enemy. That was a good kill. That was actually a good kill. I was actually repping you in the live commentary with that.
Hey guys, Mr. Wong here.
G'day everybody, Wong here. Anyways. That was good. I was like, I got Mr. Wong again. That was a really good kill. I was repping him pretty hard, to be fair. That was a very nice kill. Alright, let's see. I really want to get 100 because I think it'd be cool to get 100 for you guys. I generally don't hit 100s on live commentary, but as you can see, the FAL is so good that it, honestly, without even trying to get 100 too much, I managed to hit one, which is pretty good. Oh, there you go, 100. Whey, we did it. 126 deaths. That's 100 kills and 26 deaths, sorry. Not 126 deaths. That's like roughly a 4 KD. It's a little bit worse now, but still, that's pretty good in my opinion. Let's head up here and see what we can do. Oh, I didn't realize that guy was alive. That's my bad. Put a tree in between me and these enemies. Make it a bit harder for them to shoot. This is tough. I'm going to move back here and heal. I think I should live. I don't think I should bleed out here. Yeah. I'm going to go back and even with low health here just because the game's about to end, so I'm probably going to die anyways. Let's see, can we get the last couple kills out here? Looks like we won't be able to. Oh no, never mind. Ah, I'm down. That was a good kill. But yeah, this has been a really fun match. I won't do the outro now, even though the game's about to end. I'll still keep playing for a bit. Right now I should be going towards E. GG. That was really, really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. That was a very good match. GG. I think that that's a really good show of just how strong the FAL is, even at range. That's the thing. Its damage drop-off makes it even good at range. Its recoil is pretty crazy, but if you just slow down your shots, it's like totally fine. That was really, really fun. Yeah, that was good. Zolt, he's pretty good. So, alright, here's the thing, right? Zolt's part of a clan called the Tog clan, the TOG. And I really, really, really like the current Tog clan members. They're actually pretty cool. They've not been weird in this game at all. They've not been bad or rude or anything. But in BF1, there was a little bit of toxicity going around in BF1. I didn't actually like the Tog clan a whole bunch. Granted, if you guys played a bunch of BF1 on OC and you think they're good blokes, that's my bad. But I do remember clearly some Tog members in BF1 being really toxic in the chat, despite, in my honest opinion, not being good enough to really say anything. But moving on from that, the current Tog clan, really cool people. Zolt's pretty cool. He's super chill in the chat. No Light has just joined the Tog clan, and No Light's one of my favourite players in OCE. I think that No Light is a really, really good 1v1 player. I think he's very, very good. Not even that he's bad at multi-target. I'm sure he's really, really good at multi-target too. I think that he just, though, I must say, excels super big on 1v1s. He's just really, really good on a 1v1 fight. He actually kills me, I would say, slightly more than I kill him, which is super rare on the OCE servers. Even I kill a lot of the high KPM players more than they kill me, but No Light, he definitely kills me a little bit more than I kill him. So, anyways, enough talking. Tog clan, I'm excited to see where you guys come around, if you guys are really good blokes. They generally are right now. And yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.